Hello and welcome to the Frontline Manager Leadership Program here at the University of Denver. My name is Kyle. I will be your academic advisor in this program, so really looking forward to getting to work with you throughout your time in this course. If you need anything from me, I'm really your go-to guy, whether that's help with technology issues, assignments, time management, whatever it might be, I would be happy to help you. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you need something throughout your time in this program. In this orientation today, in this video, we are going to go over a bunch of different things. We will start off just talking a little bit about who we are as a program. I'll get into just kind of some of the general things to know about the program itself. Um, so that'll be looking at just kind of some general things to know. We will get into what you're going to be learning about in the program. So, what the different topics and concepts you'll see will be, and then get into the course structure. So that will look at what your typical week is going to look like in terms of the meetings you'll have and the different assignments that you'll have each week. Then we'll pivot to talking about the technology side of things. So really just looking at the different websites that we use and the apps that we recommend people use in this program. Specifically, we're going to spend some time talking about MyDU and Canvas, because those are the main two websites that we will use in this program. And then we'll wrap up talking about some tips to be successful in the program, just based on things that past students have done to be successful, and looking at what is next in terms of the steps that you can take to get prepared for the start of the course at the end of June. But first thing I wanted to do is just to take a second to celebrate you and your decision to take this course. We understand that you have a lot of things going on in your life outside of this program. You may be working more than one job, have families, have other things going on, and yet you have still chosen to commit yourself to this program and to bettering yourself as a professional and as a leader, and potentially wanting to take that next step in your career. And we applaud you for that. And we thank you for choosing our program in particular. We are super thrilled to have you here. We really hope that it's a great experience for you. This is just a short little story from a student who completed the program not too long ago. After they finished the program, they reached out to their coach and just shared that they felt like this course gave them the knowledge and the confidence that they needed in order to take that next step and apply for a management position where they were working. And they ended up getting that job. And they said again that really part of that reason was because of everything that they learned throughout their time in this program. And now they're making about $400 more per pay period. So as they put it, if that's not a success, I don't know what is. And this really is just a drop in the bucket, so to speak, in terms of students who have gone on to find success, taking that next step in their career after they finish this program. We've actually served over 1,000 students in our program over the past year alone. And many of them have similar stories to this person. So the reason I really wanted to share that with you is because we understand that you might have some nerves and reservations about taking this program, and that's totally normal. Students before you have felt the exact same way that you're feeling. They were in the shoes that you're in today, and yet this program really has been transformational for them. So we hope it's just the same for you. And I do want you to know too that I did mention the word coach, and I want you to know that in this course, we call our teachers or instructors, professors, whatever you might normally call them, we call them a coach in this course. So just wanted to clear that up in case there was any confusion there. But then a little about us. So we are the University of Denver, and our college is called University College. And we specialize in helping working adults just like you to access educational opportunities. So our focus isn't just on the academics, but we are also focused on your professional development. We want to help you get to where you want to go in your career. And we understand that you might have some challenges and obstacles and things that you need to overcome in order to make that happen, in order to be successful. And that's really why we are here. That's why I am here in particular, is just to help provide you with all the support and resources that you need in order to overcome those things so that you can be successful. Because, we want to do everything we can to help you be successful, because we understand what this program can do for a person's life, as I kind of shared on that last slide there. And then some things to know about the program. This is a 12-week long, fully online course. So the entire course is going to be accessed through this site called Canvas. And if you've already gotten logged into Canvas, that's great. If you haven't, I'm going to show you here in just a little bit how you can do that. But there are no required textbooks for this course. You don't need to purchase anything additional. All the materials you'll need to complete the course will be available to you in Canvas already. When you finish the course, you will receive a certificate of completion that we will send you in the mail. And you'll also receive credit hours that you can either apply to another program at the University of Denver, or you can transfer your credits to another school if you wish to continue your education elsewhere. In terms of funding for the course, you are fully funded for the entire course if you are eligible on day one of class. Okay, so meaning if after June 24th, something were to happen with your employment, whether you were to be let go or you were to leave your employer, as long as that were to happen after day one of class, you are still basically prepaid for and can continue to finish out the course and not have to pay anything to stay in it. Okay. But if you have any questions about your eligibility at any point, please let me know. I'd be happy to clear that up for you. Every week, once a week, you are going to have a live class session that will be on Zoom. That live session will be a time where you'll get together with your coach and your classmates, and you will go through a live lesson all together. And then once every other week in the course, you are going to have a leadership coaching session. And that leadership coaching session will be a time where you will sit down one-on-one, just you and your coach, and you can get advice and guidance and mentorship on anything you want to talk to them about. And so I'll show you how both of those things are going to be scheduled, those class sessions and the coaching sessions. I'll get into those in a little more detail here in a couple of slides, but know that you're going to have both of those meetings, the weekly session once a week and the leadership coaching session once every other week. Now, you might be asking yourself, like, what am I going to be learning about in this course? And this is just kind of an overview of everything you'll learn. But everything you're going to learn revolves around these 4 themes up here at the top. So principles of self-awareness really is about recognizing how you present yourself and what your leadership style is like. Emotional intelligence is about your ability to recognize and influence behavior in other people. Communication strategies is about how to communicate across many different groups of people in different departments. And then customer service strategies is about how your role impacts your customers where you work. And you might be thinking, I don't really work with customers one-on-one every single day. But a couple of things with that. Every role has an impact on customers somewhere down the line, right? And also, if you are looking to get into a leadership role, there is a good chance that you will have to work with customers to, do some conflict resolution or whatever it might be at some point in your career. So we found that teaching these skills and strategies really is helpful to everyone, regardless of what your current role is within your employer. Now, this course is broken up into 4 sections. We call them modules. Each module is 3 weeks long. And at the end of each module, you're going to have what's called a module assignment. And the module assignment is going to bring together all the things you learned throughout the past 3 weeks in the course. So the first module is weeks 1 through 3. That's called Leadership in Practice. That's where you're going to learn about your own strengths and areas of growth as a leader. And then for that module assignment in week 3, you're going to do what's called a SWOT analysis on yourself. And if you aren't familiar with SWOT, it stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So what you'll be doing is identifying what things you're good at, what things you need to improve on, opportunities you have at work and in other areas of your life to be able to work on those weaknesses or showcase your strengths. And then threats would be like, what are the challenges and obstacles that you need to overcome in order to make those things happen? Module 2 is weeks 4 through 6. That's communicating effectively. So that'll be about those communication strategies that I mentioned. And then for that module assignment in week 6, you are going to set some SMART goals. And if you aren't familiar with SMART goals, really what you need to know right now is just that they're very specific and detailed goals. And you're going to set a couple of goals of things you want to accomplish in the course and a couple of goals of things you want to accomplish at work outside of the course. Module 3 is weeks 7 through 9. That's managing high-performing teams. So that'll be about how to build a great team and maintain a strong team culture. And then for that module assignment in week 9, you're going to do an interview of a leader. So for that assignment, you'll be identifying someone in your life that you would consider a leader, whether that's someone from work or from a different area of your life. You're just going to ask them a handful of questions that we provide for you, write down what they say, reflect on it, and submit it. That one is pretty straightforward. And then the last module is weeks 10 through 12, and that's service mindset and leading forward. So that's going to be about looking forward to after the course is done, how you want to continue to develop and improve as a leader. And then for that module assignment in the last week of the course, week 12, you're going to do what's called a professional development leadership plan. And that leadership plan is actually going to incorporate the SWOT analysis that you did and the SMART goals that you set. You're going to reflect on those things, see if anything has changed based on what you've learned throughout your time in the course. And you're essentially going to be making a plan of a couple things you want to continue to work on when you're done with the course and how you're going to go about doing that. All right, so that'll be like your final assignment in the course. Now, speaking of assignments, with what to expect in terms of assignments, you will have at least 2 assignments each week, but you'll never have more than 3 assignments in any given week. All right, and it'll make sense why that is here in just a second. So the 2 assignments that you will see just about every week are going to be these what you learned assignments, which will be just a reflection on what you've learned throughout the past week in the course, and then discussion board posts. So you'll see that each week in the course, your class will have a discussion board. And what you'll do is you will have an initial discussion board post that you'll do that's responding to a prompt. And then you'll respond to a couple of your classmates' posts as well. Every other week, when you have your one-on-one leadership coaching session, you're going to submit a reflection of that. So that'll really be summarizing what you talked about with your coach and what you got out of that conversation in your coaching session. And then every 3 weeks at the end of each module, you will have one of those module assignments that I talked about on the last slide. Now, during those module assignment weeks, you'll only have one of a what you learned or discussion board assignment, which is why I say you'll never have more than 3 assignments due in any given week. Now, with the weekly course structure, all of the learning activities that you're going to do, meaning the readings and the assignments, will be done what we call asynchronously, which means you'll do them on your own time throughout the week whenever you're able. And our course week starts on Mondays and ends on Sundays at the end of the day. So kind of a general rule of thumb is that you'll want to have your assignments submitted by the end of the day Sunday, the week that they're due, okay? Now, the only assignment where that due date's a little bit different is with the discussion board posts. You'll see when you get in there that your initial post will be due on Wednesdays and your 2 responses to classmates will be due on Saturdays. But for the other assignments that you'll have until the end of the day Sunday, the week that they're due, to get them in. Now, if you know you're going to have to turn an assignment in late, our late policy is designed to be very flexible with you because we understand that life can get in the way, and sometimes this course has to take a back seat to that, and we totally understand that and want to be flexible with you and work with you on that. So really, the key with our late assignment policy is to communicate with your coach ahead of time if you know you're going to have to turn an assignment in late, and that will give them the flexibility to be able to work with you to extend that assignment deadline or come up with another solution, whatever that might be. But just remember that if you know you're going to have to turn something in late, let your coach know ahead of time and they can work with you to come up with a solution. Every 2 weeks, you will have one of those 30-minute leadership coaching sessions, as I mentioned before. And then every week, you will have that live class session on Zoom, and that'll be about an hour to an hour and a half long. Now, with those live class sessions on Zoom, the way that the date and time for those will be decided is you will see that the week before class starts, your coach is going to post a survey in Canvas in your class, and that survey is going to have a bunch of dates and times that they are available to teach this live session. So what's going to happen is you and your classmates will all go into that survey individually and vote on what dates and times work best for your schedule. And then on the Sunday before class starts, so that would be Sunday, June 23rd, your coach will post an announcement in Canvas Sunday night saying, hey, this is the results of the survey. This is the date and time that was decided. So this is when we'll have our class session. Now, if the date and time that is decided does not work for your schedule, so say your class decides to do every Tuesday at 5 p.m. for their live session, and you're like, I have work every Tuesday at 5, I can't be there. What am I supposed to do? Those live class sessions will be recorded, and then the video is going to be posted in Canvas so you can go back and watch it at any time and you don't miss a thing. All right. So know that if you can't make it to that live session, you can still watch the recordings and you're not going to be penalized for anything. Um, but I will say if you can make it to the live session, I would strongly encourage you to be there because it's really how you're going to get the most out of it. You know, you'll be able to connect with your coach more and your classmates more. And if you have any questions during the lesson, you can get those answered right away. But those recordings will be available to anyone who can't make it. Now, with the leadership coaching sessions, those will be, as I've mentioned, 30 minutes long. You'll have them once every 2 weeks in the course. And then the way that's going to be decided is your coach will post a link to their calendar with a bunch of dates and times that they're available each week to do these sessions. So what you'll do is, you know, maybe the end of the week prior to you having the coaching session, you're going to go into your coach's calendar. You're going to select the date and time that they are available that week to do the coaching session, and then you'll sign up to kind of lock in that time on their calendar. All right. Now, the common topics that students will discuss with their coaches in these meetings are they will take time to ask questions about things they're learning about in class, get help on an assignment that they might be struggling with, or just talk about their broader career goals and how to work towards those. Because a fun fact about our coaches is that many of them are professional career coaches in their spare time outside of this program. So they are extremely knowledgeable and want to help you, get to where you want to go in your career. So I really would advise you to take advantage of these coaching sessions because they are the most valuable thing that this program has to offer because it's completely personalized to whatever it is you want to talk to them about. And I do want you to know too that the discussion that you'll have with your coach is completely between you and them in these meetings. All right. So they're not going to share that with other classmates. They're not going to share it with your employer. It's just between you and them. So know that they're not giving that information out to anyone else. Pivoting now to the technology side of things. Because this course is fully online, you can complete it on any device that accesses the internet. So you can do it on a computer, you can do it on a laptop, tablet, or even entirely from your phone. We actually have many students who've completed the entire course from their smartphone. So if that's the option you have available to you, that's totally doable. Now, if you are planning on completing the course from a computer or laptop, I would recommend using Google Chrome as your browser to access Canvas, just because we found that Canvas seems to have some issues functioning properly all the time on other browsers like Firefox, Safari, Microsoft Edge. I don't know why that is. I'm assuming it has to do maybe with cookie settings or something, but it doesn't ever seem to have issues with Chrome. So that's really why we recommend people use Chrome if you can. If you are planning on completing the course from a tablet or phone, you will want to download the Canvas Student app. And you can download that app for free on any device, whether it's Apple or Android. You can get it on your app store. And it's really just going to lay out Canvas nicer than if you were to try to access Canvas from the browser on your phone. So it's going to look nicer, it's going to be easier to navigate, and it really lets you take the entire course with you wherever you are. So even if you aren't planning on completing the course from your phone, I would still recommend downloading the Canvas student app on there, just in the off chance you're not sitting right in front of your computer, but need to work on one of your readings or assignments or something. You can do it right from the app. Now, Microsoft 365, you get free access to this as a DU student. So that's, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, all of the Microsoft suite, you get free access to that. And there's a couple different ways you can access it. If you are on your computer, you would want to go to office365.du.edu. Or if you are on a phone or tablet, you would want to download the Microsoft 365 app on your app store. And either way, you are going to log in using your DU email and your Canvas password, and that's how you'll be able to gain access to all the Microsoft's applications for free. And the reason I really wanted to share that with you is because for the module assignments that you'll have once every 3 weeks in the course, those are going to be completed from a template that we provide for you, and that template is a Microsoft Word document. So in order to be able to edit that document, you will need to have access to Microsoft Word in some form or another, okay? So if you already have Microsoft Word downloaded on your computer or phone, then you don't need to do anything else. But if you don't, you can access it through Microsoft 365 and edit the template that way. Now, with the MyDU student portal, you should have received login instructions from an email account called support@du.edu. And that email account, that is our IT email. They would have given you the instructions on how to set up your account with the activation code that you'll need when you go to do that. If you have not received that email, or you can't find it, or your activation code you were given isn't working, let me know. I can get you a new activation code, no problem. It takes like 30 seconds to do. So seriously, not a big deal at all. Just reach out to me, let me know. I'd be happy to send you a new activation information so you can activate your account. But once you do go to activate it, this is what your screen's going to look like. You'll put in your DU email address and that activation code that you were given, and then you're going to be prompted to create a password. And I would write that password down somewhere or save it somewhere, because that's the same password that you are going to use for Canvas, MyDU, and Microsoft 365. All right, so they all share the same login information. So I really would encourage you to write that password down somewhere so that you don't forget it. But if you ever do need to reset your password, that's no problem. You're just going to want to go to my.du.edu and select the forgot your password option below the login button there. Okay. But once you set up that password, you're going to be prompted to set up Duo Security, which is just a two-factor authentication method. It's just an extra security step to keep your information safe. And then once you do that, you'll be able to get logged in to MyDU and Canvas. All right. Now, I want to show you what MyDU and Canvas look like. So this is what your MyDU dashboard will look like. It's going to have a bunch of widgets on it, and there's a couple that I think could be useful to you. The first one is this Office 365 widget. This is how you'll be able to access your DU email account, okay? So if you want to use your DU email account to communicate with us, it's totally fine. We will default to sending things to your personal email account that you gave us when you signed up for the program. But if you want to use this, you're more than welcome to. I really would recommend checking it maybe once or twice a week at the very least, just in the off chance something gets sent there by accident by myself or your coach. But this is how you can check your emails. So you would go to this Office 365 widget, click See All Emails, and it will pull up your email account in another tab, okay? Now, the other widget I wanted to show you is this My Courses and then in parentheses Canvas widget. This is one way that you can access Canvas. Honestly, the easier and more direct way is to go to canvas.du.edu, but this is another way that you can access Canvas through MyDU here. It will list the courses that you're currently enrolled in, so you can click on that course to go directly to there in Canvas, or by clicking on the Open Canvas button, it will take you to your Canvas dashboard, which also lists the courses you're enrolled in, okay? Now, with your Canvas dashboard, depending on when you are viewing this video, you are going to see 2 or 3 courses in there. If you are viewing this video before, it would be before June 17th, you're going to see 2 courses. You're going to see this active shooter preparedness training, which you do not need to worry about completing. That is only concerning students that are taking courses on campus with us, so don't worry about doing that. And then you're going to see this UCall Student Success course. And the Student Success course is designed to help you get comfortable with Canvas and with online learning and give you some great tools and resources to help you be successful in the program. And so we really recommend everyone complete that for a couple of reasons. One, because we found that an overwhelming majority of students that complete it go on to successfully complete the program. But also you get up to 15 extra credit points for completing this Student Success course, as long as you have it done by the end of the day on Monday, the second week of the course. So that would be, let's see, that'd be Monday, June 30th or July 1st, somewhere in there. I don't have the date memorized in my head, but it'd be the end of the day, Monday, week 2 of your course. You would want to have this completed by to get extra credit for it. Now, if you are viewing the course June 17th or after, you will also see the Frontline Manager Essentials course. And this is the main course that you're going to be doing. It's the one that starts on June 24th. And so I encourage you to go in there, click around if you're viewing this before the course has started, sometime the week before. You will see that it will go live for you on June 27th. So you'll be able to go in there, click around, see what you're going to be learning, and then you'll want to vote for your live class session date and time that week as well, that week of June 17th. All right. Now, pivoting now to some tips to set yourself up for success in the program. This is all based on what past students have done to be successful. So the first thing really is just to be intentional with your time. We recommend setting aside about 5 hours a week to do the assignments and readings. Some weeks might take a little more time than that. Some weeks might take a little less time than that. But kind of general baseline is to set aside about 5 hours a week to do everything. Um, Downloading the Canvas student app, as I've mentioned before, lets you take the entire course with you wherever you are. So, if you're sitting on a 20-minute break at work and you want to work on one of your readings or assignments, you can do it right from the Canvas student app on your phone. So I really recommend everyone download that. Completing the student success course, as I mentioned, gives you some tools and resources to help you be successful in the program. And then you can get up to 15 extra credit points for completing it. And then attending a preview session. Now, I have not mentioned our preview sessions yet, but they are a Zoom call where we are going to walk you through everything you need to know about Canvas for the course. So we're going to show you where to find your reading pages, where to find your assignment pages, how to submit assignments, how to schedule your one-on-one coaching sessions, how to vote for your live class session date and time, and where to join that. So we'll show you everything that you need to know about Canvas in the preview sessions. And we really encourage everyone to sign up for one of them for a couple of reasons. One, because we found that 80% of students that attend a preview session go on to successfully complete the program. So attending one is strongly linked with being successful in this program. And then the other reason is because in the preview session, we will talk about how to complete a bonus assignment where you can earn up to an additional 10 extra credit points for doing that. So between the 15 extra credit in the student success course and the 10 extra credit in the preview session, you could have up to 25 extra credit points going into the course, which is coincidentally what your weekly what you learned and discussion board assignments are worth. So if there was a week where things got crazy for you and you couldn't get to your what you learned assignment, if you got full credit on the student success course and the bonus assignment, you'd have enough extra credit points where it's like it never even happened. So really, that's just extra incentive to do both of those things on the student success course in the preview session. Now, with signing up for the preview session, again, depending on when you're viewing this, we do host the preview sessions the week before class starts. So it'll be the week of June 17th, about a month before that. So it'll be about mid-May. I am going to send out a sign-up email to everyone just with a link to sign up. But you can also sign up for a preview session by going into the student success course. And you're going to see there's a page that says 5 actions to complete immediately. One of those actions is to sign up for a preview session. So we've included the link in there. So if you want to sign up for one today and I haven't sent out the information on how to do it yet, you can sign up for it through the student success course. Now, what is next? You have done the first step, which is watching the welcome orientation video. So thank you for your time. Hope you got some good information out of it. The next thing you'll want to do if you haven't done so already is get logged into MyDU and Canvas. And then you'll want to complete that student success course so you can get the extra credit for doing it. Again, you'll want to have that done by the end of the day on Monday of week 2 of the course. And then the week of June 17th, so the week before the class starts, is when you will gain access to that Frontline Manager Essentials course. And that's when we're hosting the preview sessions as well. So get signed up for one of those. Your course dates are June 24th to September 13th. And then after the course is done, between September 14th and November 8th, you will have the option to do up to 3 additional one-on-one leadership coaching sessions. So if you're finishing up with the course and you're like, yeah, I'm feeling great, I'm confident, I'm ready to take that next step and apply for a management position at work, but my resume, I haven't updated it in a long time, or my interview skills are pretty rusty, I could use some practice with that. Sign up for a coaching session. Your coaches would be thrilled to help you with stuff like that, and they help students with it all the time. Even if you're in a leadership role right now, well, within 3 months of finishing the course, if you run into a situation at work where you're like, I don't know exactly how to handle this, maybe I could use some advice, sign up for a coaching session. Again, they would be thrilled to help you. So really, I cannot stress enough to take every opportunity you can to do these leadership coaching sessions while you're in the course and after the course is done, because it is how you are going to get the most out of this program, bar none. And then this is our contact information. So you'll see that mine is here in bold. We do have another advisor in our program. His name is Scott Wilbur. He's kind of like my backup, so to speak. So if I were ever, say, out of the office or tied up with something and you needed help urgently, Scott can jump right in and help you out, and he'd be happy to do so. So I wanted to include his contact info in here in case you ever need it. But again, mine is here in bold. My email is here. My phone number to call me is here. There's a link to schedule an appointment with me if you wanted to put some time on my calendar for a Zoom call or a phone call. You're more than welcome to do that. And then you should have at least received a welcome text from me when you were admitted into the program. You are welcome to text that number. That goes right to me. So really, whatever way you feel comfortable contacting me is totally good with me. I just want to make sure that if you need anything throughout your time in this course, before, during, or even after, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I would be happy to help you. But that is all I have for you in this video. I hope you got some good information out of it. Again, if you need anything, please feel free to reach out to me any one of these ways. And really look forward to working with you throughout your time in the course. And I hope it's a great experience for you.